Aki Kaurismäki is an iconic Finnish filmmaker with a career starting back in the 80s, from the Leningrad Cowboys to Ariel, Match Factory Girl, the Man Without a Past, Le Havre, and now the unfortunately not Oscar-nominated Fallen Leaves. You can go see his new film on Mubi in the US and the UK, Canada, and a couple of other countries, or you can also buy or rent it digitally now. Welcome back to Quiet on Set. I'm Ewan, and this is Lachlan, and I want to know, what did you make of this muted love story about two lost souls?
All right, everybody calm down. I know what I'm about to say is quite controversial to everyone who's seen this movie, but I did not love it.
He hated it.
I didn't hate it. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. I liked it. I think it was good. I think the film wasn't complex enough. That's a weird sentence. I'm not going to say it wasn't complex enough for me. I'm just going to say that there wasn't much for me to chew on other than just the basic narrative, and sure, maybe that's all it was.
And
it is a good narrative.
heavy on the tobacco, you know.
Heavy on the tobacco, but I like a good chew, you know. So for me,
good chew.
I enjoyed it. I didn't love it. I don't think it's crazy good. But here's the thing. It's the only film I didn't see in Cannes. It's the only film in the competition that I didn't see at Cannes, and I had to wait a whole year, and everyone's like, I can't believe you missed out on Fallen Leaves. It's one of the best films of the festival, yada, 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 yada. Yeah. Sure, but maybe that hype built it up too much for me, and it killed it. I didn't love it. I liked it. Good film, good performances, good story, but just nothing for me to really dig my teeth into.
Now on, and he likes to play as like a dog when he watches movies. And he's like, there's not a dog. And you can't sniff his butt. That's very disappointing.
And
so
I'm intimidated.
Obviously, it lost you at some point. Yep. Wiggling his tail. No, this also won, like you said, like a lot of praise. It got like the third prize in Cannes. So I feel like a lot of people went in expecting quite a bit. I guess it's like another film that has won an award in Cannes, How to Have Sex, won the Un Certain Regard, and that one has had way more success because there's way more to go off from. Here you definitely have a vibes film, and if you don't really vibe with the stoic, muted, deadpan nature of its performances, but also the dialogue and the humor, then I feel like it's going to be really hard to connect with a really bare-bones story that is essentially just the struggle of the everyday man and woman, you know, connecting in the solitude of everyday life, and basically figuring out their own struggles and overcoming them. And it's like ultimately very simple where it arrives at, as like, what are the solutions to these problems? Do we escape through other people? Does it go into that direction? Do they succeed? Do they not? Do they meet? Do they fall in love? And I just kind of liked everything in between. I didn't really care that much for the story whenever they get fired or go from place to place or go out drinking, but it had just like a lot of funny moments. And like you said, I did have that gun experience. I ended up catching it, and there was just a really energetic crowd to the film as well. I watched it this morning again with my mother, and she actually, like, when the movie was done, she was like, that was my lesser favorites of Kaurismäki. So I feel like you're definitely valid for not, you know, connecting with it as much, because even by the ones who really, because she's a big fan of him.
You've heard me say this many times, and I think you agree with me on this, but there are particular films that you have to, there are particular films that you have to watch in a particular mind frame
that you need.
I like how you're just doing the opposite, where you say something serious, I just joke on it the entire time. It's really annoying. It's really, I see why you get super annoyed at me when I start just making jokes. Sorry. But you watch particular movies in one situation, then you go watch it in another situation that maybe that first screening or second screening was much better. And I think that this film is going to be a prime example of when you watch this at an, you know, festival with other people who are willing to be open-minded about what film they're about to watch, because no one knows what they're about to watch, then you're probably going to enjoy this film. But if you go in knowing that it's an award-winning film from Cannes, everyone loved it, everyone's been like, I can't believe you missed out on Fallen Leaves, you really got to go see Fallen Leaves, and then you go watch it, and then you're presented with this after so many months, you're kind of like, I don't have that same feeling that you all had. So I think it's going to be a perfect example when someone wants me to explain a film that feels better when you watch it in a particular way, or when you're watching it in a particular mood or state of mind. So this will be that prime example.
I feel like still, even if you don't love it, what a merit to all of Kaurismäki's films is that they usually are pretty short, and this has a runtime of only 82 minutes. So even if you don't absolutely love it,
a praise.
It will be over in a breeze. Although I do have to say it does feel like it is repetitive in some of the beats. Although that is in most cases, I think, kind of intentional. And what the film is going for, basically throwing more hurdles in the way of these two connecting. There's clearly nothing more hindering them from falling in love other than some of the outside circumstances. And I would have loved to get more of like maybe some of the inside. Well, maybe would have been some struggles for them to not connect, but it is ultimately like really, really simple where kind of the story goes. It's a really vibey film, and I ended up vibing with it, so I ended up at a 4 out of 5 for this one. Lachlan, what about you?
I vibed less. I didn't vibe with it, but the vibes were good all around, so I'm gonna give it a 3.
We love those vibes, so let us know if you caught it, what you made of it, or if you're going to watch it in the comments below. Thanks so much for tuning in, and check out the longer spoiler review that we have on this week's main show if you want to hear more of our thoughts on the film. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.